Fast Lane Truck, we got to test a Ford F-150 and a Toyota Tundra. This time, we're gonna test this Chevy Silverado, and it's gonna do really well. Why? Because it's blue.
Now, when we're talking about the work end of the truck, which is the bed, they're all a little bit different. This one has, looks like plastic.
Yeah, drop-in bed liner.
Yeah.
They call them drop-ins.
And the Toyota also is nice because it has these cleats, which are handy if you're hauling motorcycles or
any cargo, whether it's trash, whether it's your ATV. Now, the thing about cargo management like that, in a lot of states, you have something blow out of your back of your truck. Last time I looked at Colorado statute, there's only a $40 fine. Something flies out, kills somebody behind you, you're paying a $40 fine waiting to get sued by the family. Cargo management is so important in an open kind of bed, and even some kind of cleat system like this has is great. Now this bed liner, I like the sprayed in bed liner better. I mean, anything protects the floor, but you can see that that's not drilled into the floor. It is on the bed, but what that does when it moves up and down, that actually rubs your paint off, whether it matters or not. But the big thing is static electricity. It builds up static electricity under that plastic bed. And there's been fires all across the country from that, where somebody would have their lawnmower sitting in here and they would fill the tank up in the bed. That static electricity would actually ignite the gas.
the Ford, of course, has the tallest bed of them all, so they have some issues, but their lining is kind of interesting. It's sprayed in over here, and yet back here it's plastic.
Yes, that's unusual that they would do it that way, but that's probably because of this fancy tailgate with the step in it. You know, the step, that's how they get around that issue with being a tall bed is I'm sorry. Yeah.
There you
that
go.
Way you can jump up there.
Look at this, my grandma could get in here.
But I think that's why they put the plastic on the tailgate, because that is a really complicated tailgate with all those in there. And then they put sprayed in bed liner on the rest of the truck.
And of course you have these bed extenders, which are handy if you have something that juts out beyond the tailgate.
Right, because a lot of these crew cabs will have even a 5.5 bed. The option is 6.5. I think Toyota and the Tundra, all you can get to 5.5, but they've all grown a little bit. And you got the tie downs on this now too, because it's being a taller truck. Ford's the first one to come out with a torsion stabilizer in the tailgate, because it is heavier, it is taller. So now they got a torsion rod in there that helps you lift it back up. I don't know if it helps you drop it. The other ones do actually. On the other two trucks, they do have a torsion rod.
Come out with me.
They help you drop it, but both of them help you lift it.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Now, Toyota came out with that first, but Chevy copied them.
Yeah.
And lifting it's pretty easy, but then again, I'm pretty big. Let's do Toyota. Try that. All right, here we go. Oh yeah, look at that, a torsion bar. All right, now we have the brand new 2014 Chevy. Let's see what their solution is. It's different. It's not plastic, it's a rhino lining.
Right, this is a rhino lining. This is a sprayed in bed liner. They spray it in, they mask it all off, and it's permanent. And it's got great traction, and it protects everything.
Now here we also have cleats.
Yes, cleats for the stake pockets.
Yeah, but I think the ones in the Toyota are a little bit more beefy. You know, these feel like they could be a little.
Well, they're on a cargo rail that's adjustable. These aren't really adjustable. These will go in the whole pockets, and that's it. Different than the other guys. This particular vehicle is a 5.3 liter V8. It's brand new, and it puts out 355 horsepower and 383 pound-feet of torque. And the reason it's different is it's not as big as the Toyotas, nor is it turbocharged like the Fords, which I think actually puts me into a disadvantage.
Now we've gone up the Gauntlet in this Toyota, and then the Ford F-150 beat it, and now since you picked the Chevy, it's your turn, Nathan. Let's do it, dude.
Can't do it.
Feeling okay?
I'm feeling fine, but we can't do it.
Is it the altitude? What's wrong?
No. General Motors supplied a vehicle that has a 3.08 rear end, meaning that the maximum towing capacity of the Chevy truck, 6,600 pounds.
Dude, The Lincoln weighs 7,200 with a trailer.
Yes, it does.
Fudge!
Роман, что происходит здесь? Что?
Andre, we can't do the test. We don't have the towing capacity in the Silverado.
У меня есть идея.
You have an idea?
Подождите одну минуту. Одну.
All right, awesome. Someone has an idea.
Good thing we have a Russian mechanic. Andre, you brought the boat. You brought our test boat.
Да. Как вы думаете,
How much does it weigh?
5700.
5,700 with the trailer. That works.
The test is hosed, but at least we get to tow something.
Up the Gauntlet, so we really can't compare it now, but at least we get to do it. You know, we get to set a time for the Silverado since they supplied us with a truck that has.
The wrong rear end.
All right, let's take it up the Gauntlet. Thank you, Andre.
Thank you, Andre. We get to do
Save the
something.
day.
Yeah, there you go.
Wow, Nathan, the yellow Ferrari just passed us. You think he can tow?
Yeah, sure. I'm sure I can pull a Ducati.
All right, guys, we're going down the Gauntlet in the brand new 2014 Chevy Silverado, and we're towing our test boat because, well, the Lincoln, the old girl, exceeds this pickup's ability to tow.
With the rear end that's currently in there, the 3.08 rear end is not conducive to pulling anything over 6,600 pounds.
Yeah, what does that mean, Kent?
Well, that's a fuel mileage axle ratio. You know, it's just like we talked about before. That means that at 3.08, the engine turns over 3 times for the rear end to turn over once, versus on the Ford it did just under 4, and on the Toyota it was just over 4.
So basically, when you put that rear end into a pickup, you're trying to get the best possible fuel economy.
Right, that's what that is, gearing up high instead of low for towing.
So here we are in the very fuel-efficient Silverado going down the Gauntlet. And the other change, of course, is that this does have an integrated brake controller, but we can't use it because the boat has hydraulic brakes. Explain those, Kent, would you?
That's a hydraulic surge. That means when the truck slows down, there's a hydraulic cylinder in there that pushes against the hitch, and that applies hydraulic pressure to the brakes, to the disc brakes. This happens to have disc brakes, and it's 2 axles, so that'll help us. We'll see the kind of heat transfer we get out of that, but there's no way to control it. It's all controlled by the motion of the truck. You slow down, it pushes on the spring and hydraulic cylinder, and that puts out pressure to the brakes. That's a hydraulic surge versus a mechanical surge like a lot of horse traders have in Europe and over here. So but most boats actually are set up just like this. A lot of your U-Haul traders are set up just like this.
So that's all the kind of technical information. I guess the good news is with 3 guys in here weighing close to 750 pounds and with a boat that weighs 5,700 with the trailer, we are close to this thing's maximum towing capacity. So we will be testing it to its maximum.
Without a doubt, especially coming back uphill.
Yes, Nathan, and how does it drive? How is it?
It's very unhappy accelerating. It's just a little too much weight going up. Just a little part we just went up. Going downhill, it's been very, very easy to drive. Steering, I think, is a little bit better than Ford's. I'm not making as many corrections as I think you would with the Ford. So it seems to be pretty easy so far. I've only had to apply, my foot on the brakes a few times.
Now I am in the booby seat again, and it hurts my back. This is not a comfortable seat out of the Ford, and this is by far the least comfortable. But I do like the controls. I think they've done a great job in refreshing.
Oh, the interior is phenomenal.
Yeah, it looks very nice.
Yeah, it looks really modern. It feels very car-like. The other thing that this has that the 2 other pickups don't have is cylinder deactivation. So this can drive in either V8 mode or V4 mode, trying to get to the best possible fuel economy. Of course, going downhill, that doesn't matter. Going uphill, it doesn't matter.
It's not going to it won't weigh you.
But it's there in case you wanted to use it sometime.
But it's there when you're not hauling, so you're supposed to get the best fuel economy. And we have reset the fuel economy. So what are you getting right now, Nathan?
I'm getting 4 miles per gallon.
You're getting 54 miles per gallon.
Oh, 50.
And you went 4 miles so
We're
far.
coasting 8 miles.
56 miles per gallon right now, sorry.
That's why I get the big bucks.
Well, I don't want to take my eyes off the road.
All right, so let's see how the brakes do when we get to the bottom. But so far, this feels the most car-like to me, and
That's right.
I'm really curious to see what the time will be going up the Gauntlet, because we are stressing this thing with that really crazy gear ratio it's got in the back.
This is grade shifted more than the other trucks, and that's because we're at maximum trailer capacity, so that would be normal. So it's doing its job. It's slowing us down just by downshifting and holding those RPMs there. Where in the other ones we had, another extra 1,000 pounds we could have went in capacity, so the transmission didn't think it needed to shift as often or downshift to slow us down. And this is totally working fine. This is the way this truck's designed.
All right, what do you guess the brake temperature will be? Nathan, pick a number.
I think it'll be in the 200-ish.
Kent?
I think it might be closer to 300. This, when you're braking this, it's not going to have as much force on the hydraulic surge on the boat as you could if you change the gain settings to equalize the brakes between truck and trailer.
All right,
so I'm guessing higher on this.
So we got 250, 300. I'm going to go 350. We'll see who's right. Coming up on the exit shortly.
Смотрим, сколько здесь градусов.
Here comes Andre doing his job.
230.
Oh my goodness, it's done real well.
You are the man, Nathan.
Well, I knew that transmission was doing so much work, and the engine was doing a lot of work. It was taking off all the heat from the brakes.
80.
And the back were 180.
Holy cow!
What about the trailer?
Of course, we're pushing its maximum, but these brakes are made for bigger trailers. So yeah, it'll come in right because these brakes are made to stop whatever it is, 10.5 or 11.5 I think now, when they get it set with the right axle ratio.
So despite the fact that it has the absolute wrong rear end for towing, it is a really good tow vehicle so far.
Yeah, you could do it. We'll see how it goes up the hill, and that'll tell us.
That's really
the whole
what. Yeah.
So you might want to try that because the axle ratios are coming out higher and higher each model year.
Is he using his tongue to figure out the weight back there? What's going on?
Yeah.
Трейлер тоже.
211.
Ooh, it's a little warmer.
Well, see, so that's not bad.
Yeah, that's
not bad
absolutely
for
within the
discs.
average.
And see, we're drum on the other trailers, so that's very good.
Yeah, it means absolutely nothing because we got two different trailers.
And that's Andre's boat, so it's important that he knows that it can stop and not fall apart or burn out.
There's not oil leaking all over from being boiled out either.
All right, let's go back up, guys.
We're going back up. We're going to hit it.
Well, Nathan, I have some good news and I have some bad news. Which would you rather have?
Oh, why not more bad news?
All right, the bad news is that there's a dump truck in front of us, and we're really starting this gauntlet run at a very slow pace. You want the good news?
Sure.
You get to floor it when we get on the highway and see how it accelerates. All right, here we come. Here comes the official sign that signifies the start of the Gauntlet, and boom, we're rocking.
My head is against the headrest. Not sure why, but that's where it is.
There goes the pickup truck. Bye-bye.
This has a nice exhaust note to it. It sounds pretty neat.
General Motors has been really good about keeping those V8s sounding good. All right, we're at 60.
All right. Took us a while to get there.
Yeah, well, we're there. We got around that dump truck pretty quick.
Now, the thing about towing with a Silverado that is rated at only 6,600 with a boat that weighs 5,700 and three big guys is that we're maxing this bad boy out, Nathan.
This is because of the rear end and its gearing. We are pretty much at maximum weight.
And I always say this, but it's important to note, we're starting out at about 9,000 feet above sea level, and we're going all the way up to 11,000 feet. And at 10,000 feet, basically, in a normally aspirated vehicle, which this is, you have 30% less power because there is less air density. So in effect, we're towing with a V6.
That's just about the size of it.
And it's going to get tougher as we go higher. Right now, it's still flat, and it's still relatively low, given the fact that we're in the mountains. But as we get higher, it's going to get steeper, and it's going to get tougher on this pickup.
Here we go. This is where the rise begins.
Are you floored or are you not floored?
No, I'm not. I've got a couple inches before the floor.
All right.
Keeping it just buried at 60.
I'm seeing that our fuel economy has dropped down to 18.7, which is 0.1 so far. We'll see what it is when we get to the top. All right, now, here he goes. Now he's starting to bite.
My foot is all the way to the floor. Can't go
Really? And where's 55?
Yep, and we're dropping.
We're dropping.
Yeah.
Prodigiously, we're dropping.
Oh yeah, we're about to hit 50. Oh, this thing ain't happy at all. There we go. Thank you.
There we go. We cut a gear.
Yep. And we're going.
We're probably in what, second gear, or are we in third?
Feels like second.
Yeah.
Could be third. It's a 6-speed, right?
Yes.
It is nice on the Ford that it displays it right in the instrument cluster, so you know what gear you're in.
Right. For a lot of purposes, it's nice to know which gear you're in.
You can probably do that if you hit the manual button on the stock, Nathan. I bet you would tell you what gear you're in.
You know what? Right now I'm at 60. I'm just gonna not touch anything.
Yeah, I think that's smart. It is very quiet.
Yeah, it is. And, when it's getting power, it sounds cool. So, it's...
That's the one big disadvantage of the Ford. It just doesn't sound great, but it does everything else really well.
Yeah, the EcoBoost has a lot of boost, but it doesn't have a lot of grunt.
Well, I think we'd have to do that 80 mile an hour wide open throttle to hear that. I think you got to have a tie-in to get some noise out of it. But yeah, this one sounds awesome.
I got a sense you're struggling, Nathan.
Yep. What it's doing is it'll get up to 60, and then it wants to climb up a little bit more, and I'll let off. The minute I let off, all the momentum drops, and it drops all the way down to 50 before it goes back into lower gear.
I just had a really scary thought. Imagine what would happen if we had Lincoln in the back there.
Oh, we wouldn't be going this fast.
Yeah, we'd be a gear
we would
lower.
detonate the engine or the rear axle potentially, right? I'm sure these things are over-designed.
Right.
So it would probably do okay, but
it would cause some heat issues somewhere.
Yeah, we're over 5,000 RPM right now. We're really twisting this thing.
Our gauge all okay. Temperature gauge, engine heat.
Yeah, so far so good.
That's good.
Engine heat's just a little higher than normal. It's about 220 degrees.
And that's the disadvantage of this. Out of the three trucks, this has the lowest horsepower and the lowest torque, besides being the lowest, the highest axle ratio. So it's, that's the advantage. If we had more torque, if this was closer torque to the EcoBoost, I'm sure we would be having a little more power now. But this is
hey guys, do you hear that?
83.
You hear that? You know what that is? That's the ringing of my phone when GM sees what we're doing. And they're going to call me up and they're going to say, Roman, why didn't you use the right axle ratio and why didn't you use the 6.2? And the answer to that is they gave us this one, right? And the 6.2 isn't out yet. So, if we were really doing this apples to apples, we'd have the V8s across the line and we'd have the big V8s across the line. But this is a fair test of this truck's capabilities.
Yeah, and it's doing okay considering that it's really geared for a more economical run. It's just really twisting up the engine a little bit.
What's your fuel economy now?
13.6. It's dropped considerably, but it's still doing okay.
Those are miles, Nathan. It's 9.8.
9.8. Wow, I keep looking at the wrong one, don't I? I kept wondering why is it getting better.
You're driving. You're doing the important bit.
Now, in this test too, it shows the importance of turbo at high altitude. The Ford's only 3.5 versus the 5.3. So it's certainly not the size of the engine anymore like it used to be in the old days.
Displacement.
Right, exactly.
No, you said it before when we did it in the Ford. It's all about the air, right?
Yeah, exactly.
These things, imagine, going and sprinting for a half a mile. That's what this engine feels like right now. It's just gulping for air, and there just isn't enough up here.
Hey, the sheriff's department has finally pulled over to help the girl with the guitar.
Yes. I know we'll never have that fear of having somebody pull us over for speeding right now.
Oh no, anything but. Oh man, it's in that in between phantom zone between 50 and 60 miles per hour.
Yeah, and this road, even though it's 8 miles, the 7%, there's flat spots in it, and it goes up again. If this was a solid grade all the way up, it'd really be torturing us.
Yeah, this is one of, if not the steepest 7% grade. It's certainly the highest 7% grade in America. And this is about as rough and as tough as a towing challenge can get. That's why we picked it. We wanted to stress these trucks, and Nathan, we are stressing it.
Yeah, the poor thing. I really do feel bad for it. This is, with this type of gearing and this type of setup with all these luxurious goodies, this is more of your commuter truck. Something fancy that you can throw a motorcycle in the back with.
Right, that's probably exactly right. Like the lawnmowers and the sacks of seed. I know Colorado's getting big about sacks of seed.
So wait, are you saying this is an urban truck?
In this guise with this rear end, yes, in terms of all of it, which is really weird because it's got like side steps that it came with, but it's the off-road package. That's kind of strange.
Yeah.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, so it's kind of a strange mixture of features. My gosh.
Come
How
on.
fast are we going, Nathan?
We're dropping to 50, 49. Eric dropped in anything, Eric again.
We are 6 minutes and almost 7 minutes into this test, and I see the Eisenhower Tunnel peeking around the corner, but I don't think we're going to beat the Ford, and I'm pretty sure we're not even going to beat the Tundra. That's my guess. I could be surprised.
Well, let me put it to you this way. Both those vehicles, we were able to come pretty close to 60 for a majority of the time. The Ford had no problem with it.
Yeah.
This vehicle, currently, the way it is right now, I'm having a really hard time maintaining even 55, I think is what the average
And
is.
you know,
right
the,
now.
the irony of this whole thing is with that gear ratio, you're also getting really bad fuel economy because it's having to spool up so high.
Oh, definitely, yes. You're close to redline a lot of the time.
Yeah. So what's it dropped to now?
7.8. This time I saw the right
the
one.
worst by far of the top of the three.
And that's, one of the big reasons why these semis all have diesels. And for the life of the diesel, you run at so much lower RPMs. And that's where your torque band is on a diesel. So it's the difference between a truck made to haul every day and a truck made to, haul occasionally.
All right, we are about to pass the time. Just passed it. We just surpassed the time that the Ford put up on the board. So we're about to hit 8. And we're coming to the end, but you're having to slow down.
I am having to slow down. It's not
the truck. There's a
Traffic
big,
jam.
Yeah, in front of us, and there's nothing you can do. Can you move over, Nathan? No.
No, I really can't.
Okay. No, it's the best we can do.
But we were pretty close
Tell me
anyway.
more.
Yeah, we're on flat ground now anyway.
All right, we're almost at the lights. Here we go.
I'd say
Now. All right, there's the time, gentlemen. 8.23. Will you put that up there, Kent? All right, there we have it. I think this would have been very close to the time of the Tundra had not we hit the traffic at the very top.
Yeah, but remember, this whole test is kind of hosed, guys. We didn't have the same weights. We didn't have the same rear end. We couldn't do certain things. I mean, the bottom line is this can tow its maximum and do okay at doing it. But realistically, we can't compare this to either of the other two. It wouldn't be fair.
No. So I think there's only one solution for that, Nathan.
General Motors, please send us a vehicle that is equipped to tow more than 6,600 pounds.
Yes, we need the new Silverado with a 6.2 with the proper gear ratio. We also need the new Tundra.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 14.
And let's make it completely fair, and let's get the Ram with the Hemi.
There you go. That'd be good.
And then let's get the Ford with the V8.
Eco. Oh yeah, 5 liter or what?
Yeah. I say the next one of these, if you guys are listening out there, we need the top of the line truck with the V8 all across the line with the same gear ratio. Now that would be the test.
That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it.
Братан, смотри, что ты сделал. Смотри, ты переехал эту штуку.
Okay, well, see, Roman told me to pull forward, and I was listening to him. He was guiding me. I'm sorry.
Hey Nathan, give him some vodka, man.
Oh, no, you owe him a new parking block
No, he
thing.
wants vodka.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he wants
Vodka.
He wants vodka.
Nathan, you did manage to destroy something.
Why are you blaming me? You're the one who was pulling me over. You said, come on. I listened to you.
Blame shifting. Anyway, I think we're all agreed, guys, right? If you manufacturers are out there listening, we want the top-of-the-line truck with the V8 so that we can do a head-to-head comparison with the right gear
Right
ratio.
axle ratios, exactly.
And if you want your pickup to take on the Ike Gauntlet, call me. As always, this is Roman
And Nathan.
And Kent.
saying thanks for watching, and thanks for watching the Ike Gauntlet. This has been fun. See you guys next time. Ciao. Dude, the Lincoln weighs 7,200 with a trailer.
Yes, it does.
Fudge!